Well, I didn't work with him directly, but I certainly heard a lot about him and his style of managing the Federal Open Market Committee when I was there at the Fed. Certainly a great chair, 18 and a half years. I would say for 15 of those 18 and a half years, he presided over the Great Moderation, and his overall approach to policy was very successful. As so often happens, sometimes long periods of success sow the seeds of trouble. That's the insight that Hyman Minsky had, and I agree with it. And I think in the last 3 years of Alan Greenspan's tenure, he may have not seen the signs of the coming real estate crisis and perhaps relied too heavily on his basic belief in the market system and his light touch in terms of regulation.
Ira Jersey, our chief interest rate strategist, was just saying that Greenspan understood the markets in a way that more recent Federal Reserve chairs haven't. Do you think that played a role in his perhaps his tenure, especially in the last 3 years, laying the groundwork for some of the things that happened starting in 2007?
Yes, I do. And he not only understood the markets, I think he understood the economy at a detailed level. When I was there, as part of his legend was that, he could recite very arcane data from particular sectors, a trucking sector or the housing sector. He knew quite literally hundreds of data streams or data series intimately and really understood the economy. So I think that can sometimes breed confidence as things are turning, and in a way, that's what happened.
Dennis, we now have a new chairman of the Federal Reserve, Kevin Warsh, and the market heard from Mr. Warsh for the first time last week with this statement and with the press conference. What was your takeaway?
I thought he made a strong start to his incumbency in the chair's job. I went into the meeting thinking he might have to choose between being a change agent or being a kind of institutionalist who respected the collaboration and the collegiality of the Fed. He managed to I think serve both of those masters in his first meeting. He was forceful and reaffirming the commitment to bringing inflation down. He launched his 5 task forces. I thought it got to be almost humorous when he said, we have a task force for that in the press conference. But he showed that he is going to try to reform and improve things about the way the institution works, but do it in a collaborative way. And I thought that was impressive how he was able to pull that balancing act off.
Yeah, in some circles, people were saying that there's a task force for that was kind of a drinking game, or could be a drinking game, albeit at 2:30 in the afternoon. When it comes to the hawkish hold that we got on Wednesday, there were a lot of questions heading into that Fed meeting, Dennis, about whether Kevin Warsh spoke for the committee. He definitely spoke for the committee. Did he speak for himself, you think, in being that hawkish?
Well, one of the things I was watching for as we went into the press conference was whether he would be clear when he was speaking for the committee and clear when he was speaking for himself. And there was only 1 or 2 incidents where he had to make that point clearly, and I think he did it. I think that maybe we have to read between the lines. His choice of not submitting a forecast and a dot was speaking for himself. At the same time, he characterized the way the committee came out as reflected in the SEP. It turned out in this press conference, the SEP was the only thing we really had that gives you a sense of the mind of the committee looking forward. And that, to me, was very clearly hawkish.
Dennis, we have oil continuing to come down. And a lot of folks would say, all right, inflation problem's fixing itself. Others saying, whoa, 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 we've got more. It's more than energy out there in terms of inflationary pressures. How do you think the Fed should look at inflation these days?
Well, certainly the Fed should look at inflation broadly using, an approach that's, I don't know, more like a wide array of inflation data as opposed to focusing on a single data point like PCE core or PCE headline. My own view is that we should be cautious about assuming that oil prices snap back to the pre-war levels. I think there are a lot of reasons to just be concerned and worried that the price pressures will persist, and conceivably the improvement we've seen in the last few days, depending on how the negotiations go, could reverse. So, I'm being very cautious about predicting that oil prices are going to come down and the world is going to revert to pre-war conditions.